This is CEMTV, reliable news and entertainment.
Good morning and welcome to CEMTV News. I am Francis Oyima Adet. CEMTV News, truth first, you next. Stay informed to stay empowered. Now let's take a look at the headlines. State Primary School Rumume wins Oando Foundation Primary School STEM competition. Federal High Court confirms David Mack as National Chairman of the African Democratic Congress and Rav Aregbesola as National Secretary. Plus, South African soldiers arrest over 900 persons during anti-migrant protests. It will bring you details of the stories and more in just a moment. Please stay with us.
This is CEMTV, reliable news and entertainment.
Many thanks for staying with us. We begin the news this morning with Rivers, where the State Primary School Rumume in Obiakpo local government area has won the 2025 Oando Foundation Primary School STEM competition, earning a 2.5 million naira classroom upgrade project. The school impressed judges with a project that used lemons to generate electricity to power a table fan and light bulb. State Primary School Eleke came second with a biogas project and received 2 million naira, while State Primary School Rumukurushi placed third with a sustainable playground project, winning 1.5 million naira. The competition involved 30 public primary schools across Rivers State and was organized to encourage pupils to develop practical skills in science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics STEM. Pupils were trained to solve real-life problems through innovation, with projects including a water dispenser and a smart waste bin. Speaking at the event in Port Harcourt, head of Oando Foundation, Tonia Odumo, said the program is designed to make learning more practical and prepare children for future careers in science and technology. The Rivers State Universal Basic Education Board, RISBEB, praised the initiative, saying it has helped move pupils from memorizing lessons to developing creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. Still on Rivers News, a lecturer at the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Samuel Ogumbiyi, is celebrating a remarkable family milestone after his 3 daughters graduated with Bachelor of Science degrees from the institution, at the same time drawing widespread admiration on social media. The achievement came to public attention after one of the graduates shared photos of herself, her sisters, and their parents on TikTok, thanking God and congratulating their parents for raising 3 graduates simultaneously. The post quickly attracted thousands of reactions from students, alumni, and well-wishers. Many commenters identified Professor Ogumbi as a respected finance lecturer at Uniport, describing him as a dedicated academic who left a positive impact on students during their time at the university. The family's accomplishment has been widely celebrated as an inspiring example of academic excellence and parental commitment, with the social media users applauding the parents for supporting all 3 daughters through to graduation together. To the national scene, where a new chapter in recognizing excellence and transformative leadership in the Niger Delta began on Wednesday with the official unveiling of the Niger Delta Advancement Honors NDAH during a press conference held at Bereko Hub in Port Harcourt. The event marked the transition from the Garden City Advancement Awards GACAA to the Niger Delta Advancement Honors NDAH, reflecting a broader vision of celebrating individuals, organizations, and initiatives contributing to the sustainable development of the region. According to the principal partner, Robinson Koyoyo, NDA will recognize outstanding achievements across sectors including education, entrepreneurship, governance, environmental sustainability, healthcare, and the creative industry.
The evolution represents a far more than a change of name or identity. It reflects the natural progression of institution that has matured beyond an award platform into a purpose-driven regional institution dedicated to recognizing excellence while advancing leadership, innovation, youth empowerment, entrepreneurship, environmental sustainability, community development, policy engagement, and strategic partnership that delivers lasting impact.
Koyoyo added that the initiative is designed not only to honor achievement, but also to foster a culture of excellence and encourage individuals and organizations to make lasting contributions to the development of the Niger Delta. Also speaking at the press conference, Elvis Blackskin emphasized the need for government support and strong partnerships with corporate organizations, professional associations, and other stakeholders to ensure the success and long-term impact of the initiative. During the question and answer session, Robinson Koyoyo further elaborated on the vision behind the Niger Delta Advancement Honors, explaining that Port Harcourt, as the conventional headquarters of the Niger Delta, provides a strategic base for an initiative aimed at celebrating excellence and fostering regional development.
As part of our expansion processes is the demand from the region, okay? Like I said, since 2014, we've been doing this in the Garden City here. And like you know, Port Harcourt is the conventional headquarters of the Niger Delta. So demands are, why not expand this? So stakeholders putting demands before us that there's need to go regional or even beyond. So as a way of responding to those calls, so we felt there's need to quickly yield to that call and expand and evolve into a proper regional brand.
Report says with its new identity, the Niger Delta Advancement Honors aims to recognize excellence, inspire leadership, and encourage sustainable development across the region. To the legislature, or the judiciary rather, where Federal High Court in Abuja has upheld the leadership of the African Democratic Congress (ADC) by confirming David Mack as National Chairman and Rava Regbesala as National Secretary. The judgment, delivered by Justice Musa Liman, dismissed a lawsuit filed by a House of Representative member, Leke Abejide, ruling that the matter concerns the party's internal affairs and is not one the court can decide. The court also ruled that Abejide did not prove that his rights were violated and failed to use the party's internal dispute resolution process before going to court. Justice Lehman declared that the emergence of the current ADC leadership followed the party's constitution and the electoral act. Reacting to the judgment, the ADC welcomed the ruling, describing it as a victory for democracy. The party expressed hopes that the decision would attempt to create divisions within the opposition and allow it to focus on its activities. Meanwhile, as job opportunities continue to shrink and youth unemployment remains a growing concern in Nigeria, many students are re-evaluating the role of higher education in securing their future. While a university degree has long been regarded as a pathway to success, many now believe practical skills are just as essential in today's competitive economy. CEMTV spoke with students of the University of Port Harcourt to find out whether they believe a university degree still holds its value or whether acquiring a skill has become the better path to success. Despite differing opinions, many of the students agreed that a university degree still carries significant value, particularly for professionals, recognition, and access to career opportunities.
I believe any degree is valuable just for you to have it, to know that you actually went to school. Because most of the degree holders, they don't have jobs. They don't have jobs that there is mostly more of business that people are doing and they are going into. So I will choose learning a skill, because at the end of the day, when you learn skills, you can be able to open your own business. You can start small and with time you can go higher. But in university, you are limited to, when you get your degree and all, you are limited to getting salaries. You're going to get paid. And you cannot actually stretch that. It's just salaries that you're getting monthly. But with your business, you can be growing any more higher than those that actually have degrees in university and working elsewhere.
Other students who also spoke with CEMTV News see a degree as an important academic milestone, while others believe practical skills offer greater financial security in today's economy.
Learning a skill is just something, if the presence of the economy is hard, it's something that you can use to sustain. Maybe things might be, you can use it for life and be successful, because I've seen people like that.
Others argue that rather than choosing between a degree and a skill, both should go hand in hand, with skills providing immediate sources of income, while a degree opens doors to long-term professional opportunities.
I do not think learning a skill is sufficient in this economy. Reason being that, yes, we know connection takes people places through the skill or through your degrees. Yes, and it's very valuable, because if you're not able to learn a skill, at least you can hold on to a degree, which through your connection you can take it places. I am a science lab student, and I plan to further with nursing. So you can imagine me, I have a skill. Fashion, I learned fashion and designing. Yes, and that skill so far has been able to help me get my degree. I'm on the process, and the skill is doing very well for me, because that skill is helping me get my degree. And when I'm done, I know the level I wish to attain with this degree, even further than the skill can ever take me.
They say education is the key. Yes, which it is true. Normally they say both to our societies right now, this is our situation we are in right now. I know things are hard, but the certificates is very, very important. Due to when you get to that stage of promotion, it also serves as a key to success. So I just advise each and everybody to just at least try your best. If you know you have the opportunity, just try your best, go work hard, get to that place. Let it be that the opportunity is not there, then you say, the that to be blank. So that is just it. While learning this key, let us use, for instance, I'm an electrician. Yeah, where I go, by which I go, I have this key. But there is a way you appear. It shows that this guy is a learner, is a professional. There's a way to you show, like you go to somebody, like to show maybe you're just somebody that just decide to just learn, just go and just do anything, just like no. At least the way you speak, the way you appear, the way you talk, approach, like the way you talk to somebody, an individual, a customer, like the person will even love to introduce you to different other people. Yeah, so that is just it.
Some also noted that certain professions and career advancements still require university certificate, making formal education an important part of personal and professional development.
Well, looking at the society today, there are some certain positions you can't obtain without a degree. So I think in the society, though we need the connection, but to understand, you still need the certificate to be there. You understand? So many persons, they've lost so much opportunity. Why? Because they don't have what it takes to be there. You might have the ability, but not have what it takes to be there. So I think having a degree is very, very important to understand. That's what I mean. Don't get me wrong, having a degree is good, but with the current situation of the country, I think having a skill as a self-employed will do you more good. You understand? So I think learning a skill is a yes for me. Yeah.
Ending a degree is valuable because it helps. It's also in case of opportunities, right? Not only ending a degree, we also got to impart more in societies to teach people, the young people, like for example, the deafs, the illiterate, the ones that don't know anything. We can actually teach them in a way that they can understand. So ending a degree is not just only ending a degree, we are aiming to also have impact in the society also, and to also learn a skills, right? I think I should say that every parents, before anybody, before their children get into a university, right, they should give them a skill first, because it's also it's very, very important to have the both side, because it will really help you in future. Yes.
Do you think
I choose the both. Yeah. Because first of all, education is power, right?
Okay.
Education, it will teach you in things that your parents cannot teach you. Let's say, for example, if our parents knows, or they wouldn't send us to school, but because they don't know, or that is why they send us to school to learn. That because there's so many lecturers that have different knowledges, different impacts, so they are there to teach you to be a great person in future, teach you how to do this in a right way, so that the mistake that they made, us will not make the same mistake also.
CEMTVPLUS reports that every student interviewed said they have already acquired or were learning a practical skill, including catering, barbing, hairstyling and other vocations, highlighting a growing trend among young Nigerians to complement formal education with entrepreneurial abilities. As the country's economic realities continue to evolve, the debate over degrees and skills suggests that for many young Nigerians, success may lie not in choosing one over the other, but in combining both education and skills. We move to Africa, where South African police have arrested more than 900 people following nationwide anti-migrant protests that swept across the country. While authorities said most of the demonstrations remained peaceful, several turned violent, resulting in looting, public disorder and clashes that prompted police intervention. According to police, over 120 marches were held across South Africa, with law enforcement stepping in at more than a dozen locations where unrest escalated. Those arrested faced various offenses, including immigration violations, public violence, robbery, looting, and allegedly harboring undocumented migrants. The unrest was sparked by anti-migrant groups demanding stricter immigration enforcement and the removal of undocumented foreign nationals whom they accuse of contributing to crime and unemployment. In some communities, shops owned by foreign nationals were looted, while security forces backed by the military in affected areas were deployed to restore order. Authorities have condemned the violence and warned that anyone exploiting the protest to commit criminal acts will face prosecution. The demonstrations have once again drawn attention to South Africa's recurring tensions over immigration and xenophobic violence, which have periodically erupted over the past 2 decades. On the foreign scene, India has asked WhatsApp to suspend the rollout of its new username feature and explain how it will prevent its misuse. The government says the feature could make it easier for scammers and fraudsters to contact people without revealing their phone numbers. WhatsApp, owned by Meta, said the feature is being introduced gradually and is not yet fully available. The company added that usernames have been reserved for public figures, government agencies, and verified accounts to reduce the risks of impersonation. India's in WhatsApp's largest market, with more than 500 million users, has given the platform 3 days to respond. The move follows similar action again as the government increases efforts to tackle online fraud and strengthen oversight of digital platforms. Still on the foreign scene, more than a dozen people have been killed after Russia launched one of its largest overnight aerial assaults on Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. Ukrainian officials said the attack involved a combined barrage of 74 missiles and nearly 500 drones, with air defense systems intercepting many of them. However, several projectiles breached defenses, causing widespread damage across the city. The strike hit more than 30 locations, including residential apartment buildings, a medical facility and ambulance station, a hotel, and other civilian infrastructure. Says at least 20 residential buildings were damaged, with some partially collapsing and trapping residents under the rubble. Emergency crews have continued search and rescue operations, while more than 80 people were reported injured, including children and medical personnel. Kiev Major Vitaly Klitschko said the capital suffered some of its worst destruction this year, prompting city authorities to declare a day of mourning. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the attack and renewed calls for additional air defense system from international allies to better protect civilians. Russia said the strike targeted military-related facilities and was carried out in response to recent Ukrainian drone attacks inside Russia. And while Ukrainian officials, however, maintained that civilian areas bore the brunt of the assault, which has drawn fresh international condemnation as the war enters another phase of heightened aerial attacks. And still to come on CEMTV News. CBN revokes licenses of 46 microfinance banks over regulatory breaches. Plus, Chris Brown ordered to pay $13 million over dog attack. Please stay with us.
What's on your mind today? The goal by Victor Osimhen was amazing.
The economy. Isn't that what's on everybody's mind?
I would like to see more women in positions of authority. If you heard and saw it from CEMTV, you can take it to the bank. CEMTV, your reliable source of news, information, and entertainment.
Many thanks for staying with us. And now to the rest of the news stories. We begin with health, where a United Nations Development Programme report has warned that the ongoing Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo could have serious economic and social effects beyond the disease itself. The agency estimates that nearly 1 million more people could fall into poverty, while disruptions to healthcare services could lead to about 2,520 additional infant deaths. The report says the outbreak could cost the Democratic Republic of Congo more than $1 billion in economic output and result in the loss of at least 55,000 jobs. It also warns that the impact could spread across Africa, with regional economies losing up to $3.6 billion. Women and low-income families are expected to be the most affected because many depend on informal trade and work on the healthcare frontline. UNDP is urging governments to provide financial support for vulnerable families, protect maternal and child healthcare, and use targeted health screening instead of blanket border closures. It says that urgent action is needed to prevent the Ebola outbreak from becoming a wider poverty and humanitarian crisis. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has revoked the operating licenses of 46 microfinance banks with immediate effect, citing persistent regulatory violations and failure to meet the conditions required for continued operations as licensed financial institution. The Apex Bank, in a statement issued on Wednesday, said the action was taken under Section 12 and 13 of the Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act (BOFIA) 2020, following the approval of the CBN Governor Oluyemi Kadaso. According to CBN, the affected institutions were found to have insufficient assets to meet their liabilities, cease operations without regulatory approval, abandon financial intermediation activities, and failed to commence operations within 12 months of receiving their licenses, or did not maintain the minimum capital requirement prescribed by the regulator. The regulator said the revocation took effect from July 1, 2026, as part of its ongoing efforts to strengthen oversight, promote financial stability, and safeguard the integrity of Nigeria's banking sector. A full list of the affected microfinance bank has been released by the CBN on its website. The development is expected to trigger the next phase of regulatory processes involving the affected institutions, while customers are advised to follow official directive regarding their deposits and other banking obligations. Still in business, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPC) has announced a new nationwide pump price template for premium motor spirit (PMS), with Ogun State emerging as one of the states with the cheapest petrol prices in the country. The revised pricing, which takes immediate effect at NNPC retail outlet, reflects prevailing market conditions and regional distribution cost. Under the new pricing structure, motorists in Lagos and Ogun State will pay 980 naira per litre, the lowest nationwide, while consumers in Kwara, Ondo, Osun and Edo will buy petrol at 1,000 naira per litre. Abuja, Niger State as well as River State will pay 1,020 naira per litre. NNPC said the adjustment is intended to reflect current market realities while ensuring the steady supply of petroleum products across the country. The company noted that price variations across states are influenced by transportation and distribution costs. The latest price review is expected to provide some relief for motorists in states with lower pump prices, although industry analysts say petrol prices may continue to fluctuate in line with market forces and supply dynamics. In sports, Nigerian football scout Obinna Joseph Onyegala has arrived in Zimbabwe ahead of the Total Football International Showcase 2026, which will take place in Harare from July 4th to 11, 2026. A second scout, Akash Ashraf bin Abdullahi, is expected to arrive on the 3rd of July 2023 to help identify talented young footballers. The week-long event has received approval from Zimbabwe Football Association and will feature players aged 13 to 17 and 18 to 22 years. The showcase will include matches, player assessment and technical evaluations, giving local footballers a chance to impress international scouts. Organizers of the Total Football Academy say preparations are complete and registration details, including the venue, will be announced soon. They hope the event will create opportunities for Zimbabwean players to begin professional football careers. And on to entertainment news, where American rapper, R&B singer Chris Brown has been ordered by a Los Angeles jury to pay $13 million in damages to his former housekeeper, Mara Avila, following a dog attack at his home in 2020. The lawsuit stemmed from an incident in which the housekeeper was mauled by Brown's dogs while working at his residence, suffering serious injuries that required extensive medical treatment. The court decision brings an end to years of legal proceedings, with the award covering both compensatory and punitive damages. And that's CEMTV News at 7, but before we go, a quick look at the major headlines. We told you that primary school Rumume has won the Oando Foundation Primary School STEM competition. We also told you that the Federal High Court has confirmed David Mack as National Chairman of the African Democratic Congress and Rava Regbesele as National Secretary. On African News, we informed you that South African soldiers have arrested over 900 persons during anti-migrant protests. And in business, we told you that CBN has revoked licenses of 46 microfinance banks over regulatory breaches. And on entertainment, we reported that Chris Brown has been ordered to pay $13 million over dog attack. You've been watching CEMTV News at 7. To ensure to follow us via social media handle at CEMTVPLUS across X, Facebook, Threads and Instagram. We're also available on Nightcomset channel. Do well to watch us live on free-to-air. CEMTV News, truth first and you next. Stay informed to stay empowered. I am Francis Oyima, edit. Thanks for watching and to enjoy the rest of your day. It's bye for now.